Hello and welcome to today's video. It's a show-off video and I'm showing off first aid kit individual. Any questions or additions to this video will be in the description below. My kit here is a fairly later example of it, and I say this based upon some of the content that came with it and the dates and such, but so these essentially were used during the 80s and 90s, maybe onward more. But to start off, I show off the case. Medical logo here. Information stamp. The rear has two holes for M1910 hooks, two slide keepers, and I believe this is a Velcro flap. And I believe this is for the pilot survival vest, I think I heard. On the inside, got some more things, such as manufacturer. And there's nothing else. There's no doohickeys. It's just a empty thing, and you have a bit of webbing on the inside to help reinforce it. Next is the case. The case, this is the information. And here's some more information on the top. And mine has a contract date of 2003. This is not supposed to go off, but it's supposed to be like this. But this has all stiff and broke off ages ago, and I don't use that. Okay, next is the paperwork. Here, this is original to the kit. Shows off the contents. And read it off. So pretty much you get one of these, one of the inserts. You get one bottle of antiseptic, iodine antiseptic. You get one chapstick, or no, or lip balm, I should say. Chapstick was a brand. You get two field dressings, which are these. You get a thing of gauze. Well, I go into more detail about that. This is a different type of gauze that I have here. A muslin bandage. Adhesive bandages. You get you get 18 of those, and those come in 3 little things by themselves. You get 2 pill bottles, which I have replacements there for. Eye dressing, water purification tablets, and you get that instruction card. Instruction card. This is a reprint I took off some screenshots off the internet. Read it out. Burns. 2nd and 3rd degree burns, i.e. burns where skin is blistered or charred, should be covered with sterile gauze, compressed pads of suitable size, and bandaged with binding material. Chemical burns due to acid or alkaline quickly wash with a large amount of water and apply sterile dressing. Eyes. In case of foreign by which cannot be easily moved, gently close eye and bandage close. Seek medical aid at once. Caution, do not rub eyes. Hemorrhage. Hemorrhage can usually be controlled by firm application of first aid dressing, elevation, pressure point, or combination of 3. Wounds. Apply sterile dressing. Carbon monoxide. Exhaust gas. Poisoning can get a person first into fresh air quickly. Keep the person warm. If not breathing, use artificial respiration for mouth-to-mouth respiration. See insides instructions on reverse. Drowning or electrical shock. Use artificial respiration for mouth-to-mouth respiration. See instructions on reverse. Unconscious for other cause. Lay the person flat on stomach with head turned to one side. Clear mouth of chewing gum, loose teeth, or any material that may interfere with his breathing. Be sure the victim is not biting tongue. Loosen clothing if breathing. Use a pneuma inhalant if available. If not breathing, use artificial respiration for mouth-to-mouth respiration. See instructions on reverse. Fractures. Cut away clothing from fractures. Do not drag it off. Handle with extreme care. Do not move casualty with fractures unless it's absolutely necessary. Apply a well-padded splint prior to moving the patient. Sprains. Place padding around injured part and bandage firmly. Do not use care not to stop circulation. Keep injured part raised and still. Now for artificial respiration. See, place casualty on back. Move head and something as unit to avoid twisting movement. Check mouth for obstructions and clear it carefully if necessary. Tilt head back as far as possible. The head should be in the chin up or scuff position and the neck stretched. Lower jaw forward. Grasp the jaw by placing thumb onto the corner of mouth. Do not hold or depress tongue. Pinch nose shut. Prevent air leakage. Open your mouth wide and blow. Take deep breath and blow forcefully, except for babies, into mouth until you see chest rise. Listen for exhalation. Quickly move your mouth when chest rises. Lift up jaw higher if casualty makes snoring or gargling sound. Repeat 6 and 7, 12 to 20 times per minute. Continue until casualty begins breathing normally. For infants, seal both mouth and nose with your mouth. Blow small puffs of air from your chest. Okay, next. Let's see, I guess I'll go off the list here. So next would be the Iodine. I have here one in still virtual package. See here. And so on the front it says NDC and NSN, 1/2, and those are both a bunch of numbers I'm not going to say out loud. And it says 1/2 fluid ounce or 1.8 milliliters. Betadine solution, providine, iodine 10%. Typical antiseptic bacterial virucide for the German skin and mucous membranes. The Produce Frederick Company, Norwich, Connecticut, and their zip code, and it's a batch number of 17519. In the back, is it going to focus? I don't think it will. This says the following directions. Invert bottle and squeeze gently. For minor wounds and infections, apply directly to skin affected areas. May be covered with gauze or adhesive bandage. Warning, for external use only. In case of deep or puncture wounds or serious burns, consult physician. If redness, irritation, swelling, or pain persists or increases, or if infection occurs, discontinue use and consult physician. Do not heat prior to application. Keep out of reach of children. Avoid storing at extreme heat. Inactive ingredients: citric acid, diabatic sodium phosphate, glycerin, and other ingredients. And some stuff about content. And then please see bottom of container for lot number, expiration date. And for this, it says lot. Okay, I guess the original number wasn't lot. Lot 06C or 0GC or OGC, and has an expiration date of February of 94. Oh, this thing's old. It's another thing. There's a little bit of molding on the bottom. I can't read it. Okay, that's the antiseptic. Next is the chapstick. Is the lip balm. Lip balm. This is what it looks like. And mine is used, so I'm not. which is fun. So someone else's mouse has been here. And then I guess part of it's stuck in the cap. Okay, and it's pretty much simple lip balm you probably buy at the store or have in your pocket. So, so pretty much it says lip protector moisturizer with SPF 22 sunblock. Net weight 4.2 grams or 0.15 ounces. Lot number 2550. Active ingredients: oxybenzone 3%, padamate 7% with white petroleum 33%. Use: help prevent sunburn, help prevent and temporarily prevent chapped, cracked, or windburn lips. Warning: stop use and not start if rash occurs, condition worsens or does not improve within 7 days. Ingredients: BHA, BHT, cannabina wax, carnauba wax, citric acid, methylphenidine / phenolphthalein copolymer, glycosinate wax, mineral oil, ozorite, paraffin, polyparaben, polyglycerol, white wax. Manufactured for Clay Parks Lab Inc., Bronx, New York 104457. Okay, next is these. So you get 2 of these with your kit. And I'm going to read them aloud. Let's see, I hope to say the same thing, right? Yes. See, dressing first aid field camouflage, 4x6 1/2" to 7.5". And it's in Cage Prime 5R blah blah blah. Essentially, these let's see. One has a contract date of 94. The other one has a contract date of 96. It says sterile urology is not guaranteed if inner wrapper is damaged or open. Clear airway, stop bleeding, treat for shock, protect the wound. And if you don't know what those look like on the inside, I'm going to go grab the one that came from my kit originally, and this is what it looks like. I'm not taking out the original package. And it says, grasp with both hands and firmly twist before unwrapping. Do not touch face of pad to wound. Apply right side of pad to wound. Wrap bandage and fasten by tying tails. Suturity void if inner wrap is broken. Okay, next on here is the gauze. And here is gauze. And maybe it looks a little blurry on the camera preview. So as you know, this is not the same gauze that's mentioned on this little piece of paper. This one is 3 inches by 6 yards. You know, the one mentioned on here is 2 inches by 6 yards. Ooh, different. So this one has a contract date of 96. It's made by Inland Inc. of Pennsylvania and zip code. Sterile contents of inner wrapper are sterile unless it's been damaged or opened. I guess it's still sterile because it's still original packaging. And it says the same thing back there. Let's see. Okay, Health Parts Division. That company. Muslim bandage. So these are essentially just like a compression bandage. I'd probably have to read out to you what it says. And the little back print is gone, but you can look these up. I think it shows like a guy with a Lenko vest, I think it was, with these. So this one is bandage Muslim compression camouflage. 36 by something by 2 inches. I'll probably see it on here. 37 by 37 by 52 inches. Contract date unreadable. It's made by the same company, which is Iodine Inc. Pennsylvania. Okay, next is adhesive bandages. So you get these bandages sealed in this plastic wrap. You got opened up out of a knife, be my guess. And it's this one is satire strip, branded for military use. You get 3 of these, and each of these contains 6. Here's another look of the bandage itself. I'm gonna read the contents off if you can't read it. So let's see. 3/4 inch by 3 inch plastic, sterile, unless package damaged or open. It says adhesive bandage. Package such strip. Packaging paper contains natural rubber latex which may cause allergic reactions. Certified safety manufacturer, Kansas City, Missouri 64127. And for directions it says pull tabs apart. Okay, next is the pill bottles. There are 2 versions allowed for this. This one that's a 6 dram and one that's a 4 dram. Here I just have some generic pill bottles that kind of look the part. And these are just CVS bottles, and with the labels removed, but they're good filling. I couldn't find original ones. One was. I'll go on about with this kit later. But I couldn't find original ones to put into this kit. Next is first aid kit dressing, which is this baby here, and this one has a. It's in French. 2. Ooh, might make somebody unhappy. Oh, that's right. It's double-sided. See, it has a calendar day of 2001. So, I doubt anyone wants to hear me try to say French after not taking it for years, but pretty much okay for what it says. For directions, it tear off above cover line, pull apart to open, press zipper to close. And this is called First Aid Kit Eye Dressing. 4 pads sterile, 8 adhesive tape strips, 2 tubes orthophthalmic ointment, and also which states the innocent for that stuff. Expiration date, October 2004, so it's good for 3 years. Okay, more instructions. Pull down lower eyelid and apply ointment. After applying ointment, cover eye with eye pad and secure with adhesive strips. Eye injuries. In case of foreign body which cannot be removed, squeeze a small amount of ophthalmic ointment on the inner surface of the lower lid and apply eye dressing. Seek medical attention at once. Caution, do not rub eye. It is made by Suburban Adult Services Inc. Lot number that. And then the French side. Yes, the French. I'm not reading that because I don't want to make the people who know that language bleed. And yes. Now on to assembly. Okay, I noticed that I forgot to mention this in my long cut of discussing all the items. So here you can see the water perfusion cabinet has a wax cover to keep the lid on, and if you've never seen the inside of these, it has a bunch of these little tabs inside, and then some cotton cloth on top to keep it from rattling around. So here, I'm going to give you a 360, and the camera doesn't want to focus on it because it's stupid. Maybe a little easier if you spread it out here. So I'm going to read what's on the label. You see, innocent, blah blah blah. Water Perfusion Tablets. Iodine 50 for treating water in canteen. Active ingredients. Telogyramine hydroperoxide 16.7%. Inert ingredients 83.3%. Each tablet contains 6.68% thyroid iodine, 100%. Each tablet liberates 8.0 milligrams iodine. Keep out of reach of children. Warning: tablets not to be swallowed. EPA regulation number blah 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 number blah 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 blah. Lot number 3131004. Manufacture date. Let's see, March. Let's see, it's 310, which I believe is March 2010. Inspection date 3 March of 2013. So it's a very recent one. Manufactured by Wisconsin Pharmaceutical Co. LLC, Jackson, Wisconsin, 53037 USA. Manufactured for U.S. Army Soldier and Biological Chemical Command, Natick Soldier Center, Kansas Street. Attention, bunch of West Natick, Massachusetts, and now their zip code. And now onto the safety precaution statement. Hazard to humans and domestic animals. Tablets may be harmful if swallowed. Avoid eye contact. Will cause severe irritation to eyes and mucous membranes. Avoid contamination of food. Wash after handling. First aid. If tablet is swallowed, drink freely a thin piece of starch or flour, 2 teaspoons with water of sodium thiosulfate, approximately half a teaspoon in water. In case of eye contact, flush thoroughly with water. Call physician. This product is to be used only for short-term use. Extended use may cause adverse health effects. Now for directions. Directions for use. It is a violation of federal law to use this product in a manner inconsistent with labeling. I wonder why. Add 2 tablets to 1 quart canteen of water. Replace canteen cap loosely. Wait 5 minutes. Shake well, allowing leakage. Tighten canteen cup. Wait additional 30 minutes before using for any purpose. Storage and disposal. Discard fiber plug. What's a fiber plug? Oh. Recap bottle tightly. Keep tablets dry. Do not reuse empty bottle. Discard in safe place or offer for recycling if available. Now onto for packing your first aid kit individual. First take your insert. Open it. Take your 2 bandages and your gauze in your muslin percussion bandage and place into the insert. And I will cut so you don't have to see. And one thing I forgot to mention is make sure you put these 3 components onto one side. Next, you want to take your pill bottles and open them. And these are stiff. So what you want to do is first place the iodine and the water perfusion tabs. Oh, which I forgot to mention. Oh well, it's okay, I cut that in. Into here, and then place into the insert. One will be on top of the other. And since they're not the original ones that are supposed to be in here, they will not fit for me. Okay. Do I usually want to pack this thing and stick them out. So let's pretend that those are in there. And I'm putting in the water perfusion tablets and the iodine. Next is you want to take your chapstick, your lip balm, and your 2 caps for your things, and stick those in into the insert any way you see fit. And also, by the way, I will have in the description the instructions for this. And essentially, I think it'll be a PDF download. So, hold on. I think I should be first putting in the bandage. And first, then I can go in there. Iodine and the 2 caps. This is going to be a real tight fit. with all these components in here. I'm going to put that in there. And next, you want to take your gauze and press it into the cap of the here, like so. And then you want to, and in theory you'd be connected like this, and you want to close this. But I'm not going to do that because I don't want to break something. So I'm going to, now after you've put everything into your insert and close this, but I'm not going to do that for obvious reasons, you want to take your insert and open it. Stick your, not your insert, but this thing, and stick the insert this way. The concave side pointing inwards. Next, take your first aid instruction sheet, your packing list, and your eye wound kit, and stick it into the rear. And then close the carrier, the two lifted up fasteners. And this is how you pack your kit. So, this is essentially the end of the video now. So essentially I want to show off what I originally got with this. So initially I got both the carrier and the insert, the instruction sheet, the eye wound kit, the 18 adhesive bandages, the gauze, one bandage, and that's the original wrapper, and the lip balm. I think I paid about 20 bucks at like a surplus store for it, which is kind of a lot back in the day, because it was several years, this was a few years ago from making this video. And for that much, you could probably pay maybe a little bit more with shipping on top of it to get one that's brand new, complete. And me being me during that time, I was like, oh, I want to rebuild the kit, and so I bought a bunch of the parts for it and rebuilt it. Almost. And since I couldn't get my hands on this thing, I just found a video of this guy taking one apart and cannibalizing it. And I took some screenshots of this from the computer and used photo editing software to create a little reprint, which is not too bad. It's not perfect, but it's better than not having it. So if you have any questions, corrections, or anything like that after the discussion, put it into the comment below.